Kevin Keane, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name's Kevin Keane. I'm the co-founder and CEO of BrainSights. We're a technology and insights firm based in Toronto. We work with big advertisers, media companies, educators, in helping them understand how people respond to content of all kinds. We're measuring people's brain activity as they consume content, and we're using that data to help make better experiences, to help better understand people, to help surface their unconscious biases. Basically, as CEO, my job is to lead and basically lead the strategy of the organization. That's the strategy with respect to clients, with respect to our community, and with respect to our engineering platform.
What gave you the idea to start your own business? Kind of like, what brought you here? What did you have to face to make this happen?
Yeah, I've always been interested in understanding how people tick, right? And spent a lot of time in digital media and data. Right, and people would always ask the question like, well, how is this creative message performing, or what about the quality of this media, and never really had a good answer for them. At the same time, there was this kind of emerging industry of neuromarketing, right, using biometric measurement, using brain measurement, and it was becoming increasingly accessible and increasingly kind of democratized. So, we worked with a neuroscientist at U of T who specialized in electroencephalography, so EEG, brainwave readers, because we figured that was the best way to go and actually scale some kind of solution. And so, me and my co-founder worked together. He actually hacked up a couple of EEG headsets, and I hosted a brain food party. Okay, so basically we were down in my condo media room, my condo party room. Guests would come in, they'd watch this 30-minute reel of content, they get their brain activity measured with these like kind of, hacked together like electroencephalograms, and then they'd go and enjoy, salmon fish cakes and halibut ceviche and, guacamole.
Brain food.
Exactly, brain food, amazing. Exactly. So it was interesting, right? Because it gave us like a sense of like, well, one, what could we learn from measuring people's brain activity? And like that was really interesting and really juicy. But two, what were the value exchanges that needed to happen in order for people to kind of opt into this type of activity, right? Because it can be kind of freaky, right? It's like, oh wow, like you're measuring my brain activity. Like, what does it tell you?
So you figured out how to capture the data, and you figured out you've got a technology partner with you to get this to work. How did you shake the preconceived idea, the kind of creepy factor?
Totally. Yeah. So part of it is having a headset that doesn't have this ponytail of cables, as like plugged into people's face. It looks like completely freaky.
You think the Doc Brown thing from Back to the Future.
100%. Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like like zapping your head. and the other thing is doing events that are cool, and doing things that that are a little more consumer friendly. For example, like, running live scans of NHL playoff hockey. Yeah. Right? Like running live scans of the third and final US presidential debate. Yeah. Right? Like charity brain scans that were all being used to like help Covenant House like improve their donations. It's like things like that, and making it radically accessible to people, right? Like, you have a headset that's not a ponytail of cables. People are just coming in, they're putting it on, they're chilling out, they're watching TV, or they're watching something on a mobile phone. They get paid and they leave. And we've had a very, very strong, loyal community. In terms of some of the challenges, one, scaling it. So we needed to get a technical partner on board, someone with engineering chops to be able to take this and link together a range of different headsets and basically run an order of magnitude greater level of brain data capture than existed. So that's like our major innovation is this scaled brain data capture. That enables us to do something fast as well. So we're capturing data 30 times faster than anybody else in the industry. And that obviously matters for marketers because they need to make decisions quickly. Neuromarketing is basically the combination of neuroscience and marketing, right? It's using the techniques, the tools, the insights, the knowledge of neuroscience, so the study of the brain and the nervous system, and applying those principles and techniques and tools to the marketing discipline. Neuromarketing is kind of a little bit of a misnomer, at least in terms of what BrainSights does. we do things that kind of go much further beyond marketing. So we're working with educators in public education. We're working in entertainment, in experiences, products, things like that. We do obviously, some ad testing and things like that, but it's a lot further beyond that. It's basically looking at brain insights, hence the name of the company. It's important because, the brain is the circuit board of the human, right? So understanding how that circuit board works, what drives behavior, decision making, motivation, most of what drives our decision making is not consciously accessible. Yet we rely on stated response, on explicit response, surveys, focus groups, things like that, to give us that understanding. But to me, there's a broken model there, right? So like, why aren't we measuring the unconscious if what we want to understand is the unconscious, and surfacing some of those biases and getting out what really drives behavior?
Amazing. Brain Science, you guys are doing incredible stuff. I can't wait to get one of those EEGs strapped on my head, and we'll try this out soon.
Cool.
Kevin, thank you very, very much.
Thanks, guys.